We live? Okay.
You said what?
I just bumped into somebody, but I got to talk to you about some kids.
Okay, yep. I'll hit you when I'm done with this.
Mike Lee, what's up, brother?
Hold on, that's Naeem.
No, hey, man, it ain't nothing.
What's up, brother? I'm good. How you doing?
I'm out walking, man, getting that good air, man.
Hey, I heard that, man. I need to get out there with you.
The 3 W's, Naeem. Women walking in water, man. I learned that from somebody, man.
Nah, man, hey, look, when it get nice, you got to take it in, though.
Yeah, no, for sure. No, for sure. Once that rain passed by, it was a beautiful day.
Yeah, it was.
We got rid of that
Threw
shit.
me off this morning.
But yeah, Mike, I'll tap back in on the tap in with you, cutting.
Yes, sir.
All right. All right, proof.
How you turn me
You just gotta hit the X. Hit the X.
X on here, man. I hear you.
You got an X, bro. You got an X in the right corner, bro.
Look, I'm going to figure it out. I got you.
Yeah, if not, bro, you're just gonna be here the whole time, family. There you go. all right, everybody. Are we live?
Yeah, we live.
We are live, you guys. What I Think with Seeznin, episode 10.
Yes, sir.
Again, we are here at the GMP Podcast Group Studios. It is going down. I am your guy, Seeznin. Rocking with me, as always, is the Thor City Podcast guy. If you guys want to watch this live stream, please. Well, we have 5 episodes. 5 episodes,
5 episodes are up. The replay. 5 replays are up.
We got 5 replays uploaded. You can go to Thorn City Spotlight. Thorn City Spotlight on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Share, like, subscribe. It's going down. Episode 10, bro. We did it.
Seeing, we did it, man.
We did it.
Good shit, brother.
Yes, sir. And this is first step, man. This is one of many.
Man,
I just seen Joe Rogan is on like episode 1900, 2300 or something like that.
Yeah. You ever seen his first episode?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Trippy.
It'll trip you out.
Yeah.
We're have to say you just go from nothing to something.
Just keep going.
Man.
And he is the most powerful man in media now.
He
Off
is.
of doing that. So
off of that, yep.
we're gonna stay down, y'all. We like and appreciate everybody who's tuned in. Everybody's locked in. I looked last week on the lives that I upload, the ones I keep, the ones I don't talk too crazy, I upload to my Instagram. If I talk too crazy, I don't upload.
You don't upload them?
Yeah, because I don't need the parents and the kids seeing me.
Got
I'm going a little too wild on that.
Yeah.
But they're averaging about 1,100
Nice.
views, man.
Yes, sir.
Averaging 1,100 views, so.
Oh, they tapping in on the tap in.
Tap in on the tap in. So as you tap in on the tap in, it gets all the way tapped in.
Yes, sir.
All right, man.
Man, off the top, what happened this week? Any wild takes, hot stories?
Man, so yesterday I fell for the fake news.
What fake news? I seen that. I'm like, what's the fake news?
Yeah, I fell for the fake news yesterday. Donald Trump commuted Larry Hoover's sentence.
That ain't fake news. He did.
No, he did.
But he didn't get out of jail.
He's not getting out of jail.
No, he still got state
because
charges.
he still has state charges.
Yeah.
We got
So
200 years.
you thought he was going
I
to walk
thought he was
out.
on the way home, and so
Like
I
other people just walked out.
So he did the Chrisleys. They got out. They're getting out. I thought that, and so I was like, niggas, don't allow this to be the ploy to make y'all think that he's doing right by us because he let that man out of jail.
He's a cold piece, boy.
He's a cold piece, and it's like he knows how to play
exactly
off of, our emotions and that stuff. So I am glad that Larry Hoover will get an opportunity to be in.
So he's going to get out. He just ain't getting out right away. He's going to be able to get out.
So he probably, and he might not get out, but what he does is get the opportunity. He's been in for 50-something years.
Yeah, so now he gets to go to like not maximum.
So the last 40 years, he's been underground, bro. So he ain't seen outside.
Damn.
He don't get any lights. He don't get no yard time. He's been in the most full max prison that it is. So hopefully once he goes to Illinois, he'll get to have visits.
Yeah,
and see outside and see the sun and all that shit. Hopefully it could start a
trigger effect too. They can do some shit at the state level on
that. And I think,
because I think he could do more good on the outside at this point than he could do on the inside.
And I believe, that for whatever, he's done, that 50 years,
50
man,
years.
50
I
years
think he paid the price.
50 years should suffice.
5 decades?
Yeah.
Jeez,
So, the interesting thing with that is I actually had an opportunity to have some conversation with some people yesterday just about the importance of him getting out for who he was, but then also for These little niggas don't know who that is.
Yeah.
And they don't give a
They don't have
flying
clue,
fuck,
and
bro.
They don't care. They Larry who? All right,
Yeah.
you get it too.
And then there's some niggas that are opposite of what he is.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that are the killers of that.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
he's a 77, 78-year-old
Yeah,
man.
he's old.
You know, I don't think that at this point in his life he poses a threat to
No.
anything, and he should be allowed. But again, that's not taking lightly of whatever his crime was. I think he killed some folks.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, it was for murder. Mm-hmm.
But 50 years, man.
50
I think
years, that's 50 a long
years
time.
Because don't nobody expect nobody to live out their sentence that long.
What else can you teach them in there for? If you're going to keep them for 60, 70 years, what else, what good is that going to do?
Yeah. So I think I think they really go with the life.
Yeah.
They just try to, so
I
hopefully
heard he
we'll
got
see that.
NBA Youngboy, too, was on the list,
Yeah,
too.
so he commuted NBA. So that's part of the play.
Yes, he's
So
a
one
slickster.
thing I will say about Donald Trump, right? Donald Trump is going to do whatever it is to keep himself in power.
Mm-hmm.
So if that means I got to go full-fledged racist, if I mean I got to pander to the niggas,
He gonna do it.
if I got whatever I have to do to stay in power, I'll do that. So I don't think that he really cares one way or another about none of it.
Yeah, no,
I think that his ultimate thing is about power.
that's it.
He said years ago what he needed to do to win.
Yeah,
He said, I'll join the Republic. They
he'll do
dumb.
whatever.
you
Yeah,
know.
they dumb.
And so I just think that's what it is. Because I don't necessarily think that, he even believe half of the shit he be saying.
No, he don't.
I
but
think he
might.
sensationalizes
Yeah,
and he uses that to get in power. And then he's 78, 79 years old, so he ain't got that much time
ain't
left.
got much time left.
Which leads me to this. So I'm going to come back to the Larry Hoover piece. Warren Buffett, who is, one of the richest men in the world, recently was having some conversation about how even with all this money, he can't buy time.
Nope. No,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so with him being close to 90 years old or over 90 years old, all that money
Ain't nothing for him.
means
Doing nothing.
absolutely nothing.
He can't even spend it right now.
He can't.
You don't know what
And it
else to
won't
spend it
save
on.
you from the ultimate guarantee that all we have in that finality of death.
Yeah.
So I understand that we were born into a capitalist society
Big time.
that puts a lot of emphasis on finances and money and things and materials and all of that stuff. But it's been proven that shit don't buy no happiness, man.
It don't buy no happiness, but I'll tell you,
It brings comfortability.
Yeah, it helped me out.
But I would think this, man. I honestly think whoever is somebody right now living in a second, third world country that every day wakes up, goes outside, picks some fruit, eats the fruit, walks down, puts their feet in the water, don't have anything
Don't have anything.
monetarily, but they're fucking happy.
Yeah.
And I think the majority of
I can see
people
that.
just think about the pressure of being a billionaire, bro.
Yeah, it has to be tough. But let me have those problems.
want the problems?
I'll take those problems.
Yeah. Man, I honestly, but me honestly, I think I wouldn't want that much money, bro.
But see, I wouldn't.
Because I don't believe that anybody should have that much wealth. I think that it should be a cap on everything.
See, if I had that much money, it was a lot of shit I would do.
Yeah.
With it, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't just hoard it.
And it's the thing is, it's no matter what, you can't spend it.
No, but I think
What, Jay?
I wouldn't have wanted giving it to me from the jump, but I've been through a grind and I've been grinding, and so at this point, I think I would use it more wisely than if it was just given to me.
Yeah, I think for me, I want to get to a point in life where I don't have any worries.
No worries, just be comfortable.
So that doesn't even necessarily mean me becoming a millionaire.
No.
I just want to make sure that I have a roof, a car, I can eat, I can take care of my son, I can go where I want when I want.
When I want. I just want to be able to do what I want when I want.
Yeah.
Whatever number that is.
Whatever that is.
Whatever that is.
And
that
if
could
that
be
means
100 grand, 50 grand.
Exactly. Like whatever provides me with that sense of comfortability where it's not a worry. Like, cause I've had times where I've had a whole bunch of money, and I've had times where I had no damn money. And the way I approach life doesn't change on either one of those.
Either way, yeah.
But your stress level is different.
It's the peace of mind.
There you go.
Peace of mind, I think, is what it is. I just want a peace of mind and know I'm all right.
Yeah.
And if something happened to my people, we all right.
Yeah. But it's like, would Warren Buffett trade his money for more time? I think so.
I think so. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I think anybody would. I think
Anybody would. Yeah.
When my guy with Apple, when he got sick and he passed, he would have traded every dollar he had
gave it
for
all
more
up.
time.
Yeah.
And even to have more time without money.
Even without money, or if you got the money before, you could get it again.
Yeah. But even if they were like, hey man, you'll never ever be rich again, but you'll get to live.
You'll live.
I think people would go to live. So I hope that at some point, because all this shit is bullshit. Like everything that we do, the reason why everything is expensive is because somebody is getting paid off of everything. Like we shouldn't have to pay for anything.
I think everything should just be free.
You just have to, nigga, because why? Like,
the problem with that is you have these people, lazy people.
That would be benefiting off the work of others.
That would be benefiting off the work of others.
So
they're not going to put we have people doing that now.
Yeah.
Working the system.
Because, I just think,
And so that's the only thing that ain't cool about it is the people who don't care, not even going to try to go do nothing for themselves.
Yeah. This just, man, money fucks shit up, bro.
Money, it changes everything.
It fucks stuff up, man.
It does.
It really creates
creates a monster.
Creates monster.
You see your boy.
And what people will do.
He wouldn't be going through that trial if he wasn't rich.
And let's get back to the fucking Freaky Frog, man. Freaky Frog week 3. Freaky Frog week 3. The trial is still going on.
So today,
what happened today?
He was accused of rape.
Oh.
Drugging and raping his assistant.
Oh, the great word that came out.
Yeah. She said a couple times.
Oh, fuck. Is that the Capricorn?
No, that was the girl after the Cap. Mia, I think her name is. I think it's Mia.
I think, man, you know what, though? This is what I think happens with that stuff. So I 1,000,000,000% believe whatever they're saying. I think the nigga did do whatever they're saying he did. But I think what happens is when you get so much money, so much power.
We was just talking about money.
And you get the power. Absolute power corrupts absolutely, right?
Absolutely.
And so people get into those spaces and then they allow you to do wild shit. Like the government, everybody knew what he's been doing.
Oh, yeah.
They allow you to do it until your use is no more. And then now they can hit you with the shit that you did.
Yeah, where you go against the wrong people.
Because he's out of pocket. And like, if he'd been doing it, he should have been gone.
Should have been gone. But,
he should have been
he learned this from somebody. He's probably been through something. Somebody taught him this.
And I think that it becomes, and so that's what scares me about that much money. Shit gets weird, bro.
Yeah.
Gets weird. Just imagine that you can wake up and do whatever you want to do at any time. You can hop in any jet, you can go to any country, you can go rent out the top floor, any hotel, you can eat where you like, you can go where you like, you can do whatever you like, man. At some point, that would have to, you're over that at some time.
Yeah, that's
so
why
then you have to go, then they start chasing different excitement and different highs and shit like that.
Yeah.
So I think that I think that shit is cool in theory, but after about 6 months or a year, you're gonna be like,
yeah, but see, that's why you gotta have a purpose.
Yeah.
There's gotta be a purpose. Money can't be the purpose.
Yeah.
You gotta be doing something for somebody or something. Otherwise, like you said, it's gonna get the best of you.
It get the best of you.
Because it's the devil, really.
Money is the root of all evil, man.
Root of all evil.
And it's evil.
It's very evil.
Because what people will do for it. And what people will do because they don't got it. What people will do because they do have it.
Yep.
But Freaky Frog it's not looking good for Freaky
it ain't
Frog,
looking
bro.
good. It's all bad for him, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
Man. So, man, you beating up on the Jet and Checkers?
Yeah, man. So I'm part of the dad gang that, man, you don't lose your shit. I'm gonna beat you
You got to
badly
beat
at
me, huh?
everything. We just started. He got on the Uno a couple months ago. Obliteration.
Yeah.
We got checkers. So what he did at school, they made checkerboard. They made a checkerboard.
they made their own checkerboard.
Yeah, in their classes.
Okay.
So he needed. So he had to learn how to play. So I taught him how to play, and then beat the shit out of him.
Well, now he's
and put
taking
him to
notes to
bed.
go back to school and beat up on them.
That's the point.
That's the point.
That's the point. So, man, I hadn't played checkers in so long. But yeah, I'm going to, for as long as I can, I'm going to beat the shit out of him at everything. Everything we do. Because he has to, man, because, you understand this with having the pops and shit, bro. They're superheroes, man.
Yeah.
They're superheroes. And so you can't never let them see the superhero not being a superhero.
Yeah.
I remember when I tore my Achilles, man, Jet was there.
When it happened?
Yep. And his little fucking ass, right before that, was like, Dad, why are you playing basketball? You're going to break your leg.
Oh, he jinxed
So
you.
number one, he fucking jinxed me, bro. He started off by jinxing me. He jinxed me. And then when it happened, because you pop, you hear the pop, you do the look behind,
Oh,
and ain't nothing there.
Ain't nothing there.
And so now it's like, And then I look. I'm like, my son is here, bro. I can't cry.
Can't cry, yeah.
I can't be hurt. Why Kobe walked off of that joint, bro.
Yeah.
Kobe walked, and then got in the car. They helped me to the car because I couldn't walk down the stairs. Once I dropped him off, bro.
Tears came running.
Oh my God. And it's not even, and I wasn't even crying because it hurt. I was crying because I knew how fucked up shit was going to be for a
You
year,
know
bro.
what's going ahead.
Yep, I knew I wasn't going to be able to walk. I was going to have to be on damn crutches, a scooter. Man, that shit sucked.
That shit sucks.
Yeah, bro, I didn't feel good. I didn't feel right for like 18 months, bro.
crippled.
Yeah. Like 18 months, you don't even feel comfortable doing nothing.
Doing anything. Even walking.
Walking sucks. It took I couldn't put no weight on it for like 3 months. Yeah, that shit.
So what happened one day? You was like, oh, you know what? I'm good.
Yeah.
After 18 months.
Yep, you start
just hit
gradually. You start gradually because then something happened, then you react, and you like, I didn't even think about it. I didn't even think about it.
Think about it.
Yeah.
Now it's out your mind.
Yep, now it's out your mind because it's mental.
It's mental, yeah.
It's all mental is because it's like, because what I did, man, after I had tore it, I was taking a shower. And this is before I went and got the seat to take a shower. Man, so I'm leaning on the damn.
He's trying to be hard. Thought you was tough.
I'm leaning on the freaking wall, foot down, this foot up, washing, and my mat in the shower slipped forward.
Ooh.
And I put my foot down to try to stop myself from falling.
No. Oh, that hurt so
When
bad.
I tell you
Oh,
the
shit.
pain that left my body, bro. I fall out of the shower. So I'm all soapy, butt naked, fall out the shower, so half body on bathroom floor, bottom half, feet and knees down in the shower, paralyzed. In excruciating pain. And then you add it, I live by myself, so ain't nobody here.
Nobody call for help.
Phone is in my room. So how my bathroom is bathroom, walk-in closet, you walk through the closet, and then my bedroom. I couldn't move. I was on my back like this to the point where the soap dried. Now it's starting to itch. The water is cold.
It's cold
on
now.
my feet. But I swan. My bad. I swan
himself.
through my, man, I had all kind of nigga crumbs on my back. It was all kind of shit that came off the carpet on me, bro.
So now you dirty again.
Now I'm dirty again. And then I get to my phone like, who I'm about to call and what they about to do? Yeah, that shit was terrible. The next day I had somebody bring me one of them chairs so I could sit down. Yeah, man, that shit sucked. Man, so this, back to the Larry Hoover situation. And I've had conversations with people and, you know, what you kind of said earlier, the redemption part of it that he could do, speaking to those that got involved in some shit that he started, that he created, all the lives that it affected, and the good that he could do with that. And so a lot of times I hear, you know, and talk to people that have done time and got home. A big shout out to Chris Lambert. You know what I'm saying? Chris hit the ground running.
Shout out to my guy, man.
Chris
He's
hit the
doing his
ground running.
thing.
He's been doing, man, amazing work.
And see, that's what happens when you have real friends.
Yeah.
You can come back and get back to it the right way.
Yeah,
he had some good friends out here.
That work and made sure he
so
was
shout out
good.
to
But
Mikey
I
Vegas
would
and
give him
my nigga
credit.
D-Mo.
Yeah,
Oh, yes,
I
for
would
sure.
give him credit for coming home on that and bringing them to that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Bringing them to the importance of being for community. I think that his influence and him coming home and immediately saying, "Hey, this is what
we own.
What we own. Or this is what my passion is."
Yep.
And them being the great friends that they are.
Yep. And they was in position.
Got position and got
that's what we
that's
doing.
what we doing.
All right,
And
let's
got
do
on
it.
board with it and been locked in.
Yep.
And,
So tight.
And I think that is invaluable.
Invaluable,
You know,
yes, sir.
what the influence that he can bring.
Yep.
I also think that story works and is most effective on the intervention side.
Mm-hmm.
Like for the young men that are, you know, caught up in the justice system or, you know, going down that path that, you know, those who have been through it. A big shout out to Madero, man. Madero Moon is back, man. Got out on the 16th after 24 and a half, man.
Damn. That's crazy. I couldn't imagine.
18 years old, man.
Couldn't imagine.
Day after he turned 18.
Damn.
You know, so welcome home to him. I actually saw him. He was at the night sports event that Chris put together.
Yeah, that's a dope event too. I was reffing. I couldn't make it.
When I was working, even when I was working for the Office of Violence Prevention or any of that work, because I'm not an expert on gangs. I never was a gang member.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not an expert on, you know, what it's like going to jail or being, because that just never was my life.
Never.
And so that leads me to, I think that is a very important place for those that have those life experiences. But I think more people that don't have those life experiences need to be more involved with the youth.
Yeah.
Because more people are me and you, as opposed to our brothers, you know, who got caught up in the legal system. And the majority of kids are what me and you were as kids. You know, those that aren't involved in those things, but your friends are, and then you're trying your best to stay straight. You know, you have the same barriers and opportunities to, you know, take those turns. And so those that didn't need to speak to the kids a lot more. I think the stories of those that were able to navigate and not get in trouble need to be highlighted. I don't think enough of us are doing the work in the preventive space. Because I think that prevention is a million times more effective than intervention. Right? If we can get to where we are preventing young people from making these decisions, it's a lot easier. So when I was working for Office of Violence Prevention, I wanted to put more of our resources into the prevention piece, because when you're going into prevention space, you look at it like being a great free throw shooter, right? If you shoot free throws really good, you shoot 85, 90%. In the prevention space, you can help 85, 90% of the kids to be successful. When you step into the intervention space, which is extremely important, so I don't want anybody to think that I'm not speaking.
Tougher.
Now you're talking about baseball numbers, right? To go to the Hall of Fame in baseball, you just got to hit the ball 3 out of 10 times. And if you're able to help 3 out of 10 kids in that space, you're killing it. And I don't think that's enough. And I think that we have to put, you know, those who can help in that space. But we have to put a lot more attention into preventing kids to even getting into that space. You know what I'm saying? I think that, and then at SEI, you go with it's a model that they have when you put together your caseload. You want to get, you know, 20% of kids on your caseload are at risk, like high at risk kids. 20% is low risk kids. So those are the kids that, you know, come from the 2-parent households or academically excelling, those things. And then you have 60%. when you're working in those spaces, all of your attention goes to the ones that are getting in the most trouble and the ones that are doing the best. And the majority of the kids in the middle don't get that
Don't get
attention.
nothing.
And those are the ones that can go either way.
Yeah.
So I think that, you know, as we look into doing this work, being of service to the youth, I think that pocket of kids needs a lot more attention because those are the ones that shit could go either way.
She can go either way, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we don't give them attention until they go either way.
Till they go either way.
You know what I'm
that
saying?
makes a lot of sense.
And so
Yeah.
I think that I think that we have to put a lot more interest and time and money into the prevention stuff, getting kids at 6 and 7 years old and shaping and forming their development as opposed to us. So when I work for the Office of Violence Prevention, they don't want us to be successful, my nigga.
They don't want you to be successful.
They don't want us to, because if we are, we crumble a $1 trillion, $1 billion system, right? If we're able to successfully stop our kids from dropping out of school, stop our kids from becoming parents too early, stop our kids from, you know, participating in the drug trade, stop our kids from being violent and taking lives, we crumble a fucking system. We have a whole judicial system that is based around our kids continuing to make those mistakes.
Yeah.
So when they put the funding together and put the money into the organizations, they're giving it to those that are trying to do that 30% work, as opposed to those who are working with the babies to prevent the babies from even getting into that space. And so, you know, if we're successful, if we were in Portland able to drop the crime rate and get us to where we're not seeing even double figures, which we've done before, not getting double figures in homicides in the black community, that affects these police officers that make hundreds of thousands of dollars because they have to work overtime and they're on gang outreach and gun recovery and all that other shit. Takes the money out of the prosecuting attorneys that are there to prosecute. It takes the money out of the defense attorneys. There's not people in jail, so now you got to lay off motherfuckers that work in the jail. There's whole people, man, that their whole existence is based around our dysfunction.
Our failures.
Our failure and our dysfunction.
Yeah.
And we have to understand as a people that the help ain't coming from there. Because they don't want us we can't be successful.
That ain't what they want.
Motherfuckers ain't living on the Willamette River in them houses in West Lynn if we're successful.
Yeah.
So we can't look to that to help us. We have to figure out a way. Black people combined with our spending, we would be the 13th richest nation in the world, just for black folks, which means we should be able to fund our own organizations, our own work. If you look at SCI doesn't get their money from black people. All that fucking great work that they do for black kids that is not happening anywhere else in the world. There's not an organization, no matter how people feel about that motherfucker, no matter how people feel about the people in the building, because some of them niggas get on my nerves. There's not an organization in the United States that does what that place does.
So you can't discredit what they doing.
That work is unfucking believable. And the wraparound and as many lives as they touch, and I mean living rooms they've been in, that shit is ridiculous. And not even 1% of their fundraising comes from us.
Damn.
So that means that if at any point white people start feeling generous, shit's over.
I'll shut it down. Yeah.
And we can't put our organizations and ourselves in that when we do have the ability to crowdsource and fund and do that shit ourselves. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so what happens is when you're taking money from people who don't understand because it's easy to come in and see some black kids and feel good about I'm helping with, but you don't know what the fuck they're going through.
You don't know what they're going
You don't know
through,
what that strife is. You don't know what that struggle is. And so when you're asking for your deliverables don't reflect what the real work is. At SCI, man, the thing that made that shit so fresh was everybody couldn't be a part of it,
Yeah.
and it was the relationships that people built.
Yeah.
Relationships were more important than anything else. But then once the funding changed, now the paperwork and the data means more, right?
Yeah.
And so once you start doing that, it loses. It's just like grandma's recipe.
Yeah.
That's like if, grandma makes the best gumbo in the world, but if grandma opened a restaurant and now she got to have some other motherfuckers making the gumbo,
Yeah, that ain't
the
gonna
gumbo don't taste the same. But the gumbo here in this restaurant is still cool because grandma still got her hands on it. We franchise that motherfucker.
Yeah.
It don't taste the same.
Ain't the same.
The recipe.
Yeah.
And that's the same thing that happens with our organizations.
Damn.
We have to stop relying on the goodwill of others to keep what affects our kids going.
Going, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so, like, when Mike gets back, we just have to have a real conversation about what we want to do with Base 5-5. You know what I'm saying? What do we want to do with this organization? And I believe that through the relationships that he's built, the relationships that I built, we can rely on us to make this effective, to make this work. And that can be sustainable. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I just think, man, I know that we have to do a better job of taking care of our own and taking care of our own shit.
Doing for our own self.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because what happens is when shit gets different and shit changes, shit's not the same as it was when you were a part of it. You don't got the right to say shit if you ain't contributing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like we can talk about how much shit gets different and how much this is not the same as it was, but what the fuck have we done financially
Yeah.
to make sure it stayed a certain way?
Yeah.
You know?
Just like you said, a lot of people don't like SEI or they don't like some of the people, but you ain't contributing. So
shut the fuck up. Shut up. Man, that man, my son is in it, right?
Yeah.
So they brought back the elementary school programming, which I think was the smartest thing they could have done.
I was gone?
Yeah, it was gone for probably about damn near 10 years.
Oh, damn.
And the reason why I think that is because to be able to form the mind of a 7-year-old is way easier than trying to change the mind of a fucking 15-year-old.
Oh, yeah, you ain't changing
You
his
get what I'm
mind.
saying?
Yeah.
So like how it goes with SCI is in elementary school you learn the standards. By middle school you should be understanding the standards. And by high school you should be living the standards. Right?
Yeah.
It started once the whole school model came up at Jefferson. You were getting kids at 14 trying to get them to learn something they should have learned when they were 7.
Yeah.
And in 4 years understand something that they would have had 3 years of middle school to understand, to try to be living that by the time they get out of high school.
Yeah, that ain't gonna work.
You know, so I'm glad that they brought that back. But it's not even just about, man, SEI. It's like, it's great work being done at POIC. It's great work being done at, what's my Lakiana? Word is Bond.
Word is bond.
It's good, great work being done by Nike Green and what she got going on. It's great work being done with Erica Elliott and some stuff that they got going on. it's a lot of amazing shit happening that we're not funding or supporting. And we're not at Elevate's, you know, I just hosted Elevate's fundraiser. We're not at Elevate's fundraiser raising our paddles and 15 of us going and giving $500.
Yeah, damn. Yeah.
Same shit.
Yeah.
$7,500. But that $7,500 could
go a long way.
Could work towards something.
Go work towards
It's
something.
not, you know, it's not 50,000 of us giving $100, which we could.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's where we have to.
Got to do better.
That's where we got to do better. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah. So.
Man. So, another MJE title, huh?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. These motherfuckers listen, man. So people told me that I need to, you know, practice humility. So I agree. But my job with them young people, man, is to give them a delusional amount of confidence to where they believe they can do anything.
Yeah.
And whatever we say to them, they believe it.
They believe it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that means I don't give a fuck about no grown-ups or anybody thinking that we're doing. Nah, man. I need them to, if I say, hey, bro, we about to go run through that wall, man.
Yeah.
Like, believe me, bro, trust me. If all of us hit it at the exact same time, well, we going to get through this motherfucker. I need them to be ready to do it. And so that's what I've been feeding them. I've been feeding them that. I've been telling them how great they are, how amazing they are. And they believe me. Because they believe that I believe what I'm saying. And then on top of that, it's what, man, the luxury of having a Michael Lee coaching a fucking AAU team. To have Michael Lee, with everything he's done in the basketball world as a player, as a coach, as a front office, for him to be investing his time into these kids, man, this shit is invaluable, man. And then on top of that, you put in the community and relational piece that I do, the basketball knowledge and foundation and fundamentals that Mike Lee does, and then this shit is backed by Mike James.
Yeah. Go James.
So where we don't gotta worry about making no money to go nowhere, or no uniforms, or no shoes. Like, the shit has been amazing, man.
Yeah.
And so what?
Exciting.
This past weekend, as the year has gone on, I've gradually tried to challenge them more. And so the way we put the schedule together was all intentional.
Yeah.
And I think the best thing that happened to us is we came home and we lost in front of everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think at the time, you know, we were upset. Me and Mike was extremely upset because they didn't play like them. And I believe that when they're playing their brand of basketball and they're playing together and everybody is locked into their roles, can't nobody their age beat them.
Yeah.
Right? And so after that tournament, I told Mike Lee, when we were talking, I said, bro, we're going to be so much better after this, man. And the kids have been locked in. Man, we have great parents. And so, said all that to say, this past weekend, we played Hoop Source, and Hoop Source is getting on my fucking nerves. Ryan, bro. Ryan Minton, fucking pissing me off, bro. So we had to play
this clip up.
Yeah, please, and send it to his ass. The fuck? They had us play at 7 and 8.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Man, we played up in the 15th. So we played 15 D1. So we played at the elite. We beat the shit out of everybody.
Everybody. Kicking ass, taking names, huh?
Only team that gave us a real game and challenged us was Dynasty, and that was their 8th grade team.
Yeah.
And they played without the big boy. Man, little DJ, Mario's son.
Yeah.
He was killing us,
Was
man. He was killing us. And so I love to see that type of shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He was giving Kendall the blues, man.
Was he?
Giving him the blues. All right hand. Going left, spinning back.
Yeah.
But, yeah, we ended up, that was our toughest game. And then we ended up playing this team 509 Elite out of Spokane. They had a big boy that was nice. You know, these were varsity basketball players. It's the dudes from Some of them play varsity, some play JV. We 8th graders.
Yeah.
Beat the dog shit out of them. You know, and I just think, like, bro, I bring the speaker.
Yeah.
I had a speaker out there playing Who Won't Smoke With Us. Every cuss word you can think about. I got this shit loud as fuck. You know what I'm saying? I'm playing Stand Up by T.I. If you don't like what we saying, then Buck, scream when you see me. We can throw them hands, sucker. Hope you be like, nigga, I don't give a fuck. Play this shit to the top octaves. And they are just, they're fucking lying, bro. We just feeding them shit, bro, and and I love our parents, bro, because our parents, they don't want us, they don't, but they know it is what it is.
Yeah.
Bro, and they do that, and then when we get done, we win, and now we walking out with the Who Won't Smoke With Us? Who Won't Smoke? Bro, that shit is beautiful. I'm so happy with what's going on, man.
Oh,
So
that's tight.
we won, we ended up winning that. As our 8th tournament we played in this year, we won 7, bro. 35-4
Nice.
for the season, man.
Tight.
2 games we lost by 1 each.
So the Natty's up next, huh?
Yeah. So next Friday, we'll play. You'll be reffing.
Yeah, I'll be reffing. Yeah, I'll be.
We
Good
play
to see that.
Dynasty
I get to
as
see
the
that rematch
as the showcase game over at PTC. So that'll be our last game in Portland.
in Portland. Yeah.
Until next year. We'll put them through some stuff next year because next year we don't even have. I'm gonna have to put something together because we're too old. We can't play in the President's Day. That's only for middle school. And then there's no other real high school stuff for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got Nationals, man. Nationals is June 27th to 29th, man, in Rock Hill, South Carolina, bro.
Yes, sir.
Reached out, hit the people up at 3SSB because I'm just trying to figure out, you know, how they do the tournament, how the seeding and the brackets go. Because we ran through the West, you know, so I want to make sure.
Some credit for that.
Yeah, I want to make sure that we come in as a top seed and we get a good pool to play in. We get a good, you know, bracket. You don't want it to be easy, but don't put us because we from Portland.
Yeah.
And we're brash and we talking shit. Try to put us through the gauntlet either.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we got 6 practices, man. We got 6 practices. So it's time to go, bro. They ready, man.
Yeah.
They
I
ready.
think so.
They
I'm
ready.
excited to
So
see them.
I'm
yeah,
excited
man.
about that.
Shout out to Mike James, the Mike Goat James.
Man, they lost, bro.
They lost in the finals?
They lost, man.
Did
They lost. Yeah, they lost in the final game.
Did they?
On Sunday.
Oh, no.
And we had a game that day at 1, and so they played at 10. So shout out to Dre Lawrence. Dre Lawrence let us get into the media room with Jeff. We streamed to watch the game. They had a great first half. Mike was balling. But the same shit that we've talked to our kids about all year is why they lost.
That's why they lost.
They lost the rebounding battle.
Yeah.
They played one-on-one isolation basketball.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Mike didn't get a lot of help. He ended up getting hurt. He tore a muscle in his forearm.
Ooh.
But played the whole second half with it.
Yeah.
And the second leading scorer on the team, they didn't score.
He didn't score. He didn't score at all.
Didn't score.
Damn, they shut him
Didn't
down.
score. He played like shit. And I love him. I think he's really good.
Damn.
Yeah, they lost, man. They lost in the finals.
So let me ask you this: the EuroLeague, Luka Doncic. He's playing in the EuroLeague right now. What is that?
No.
Or Eurobasket? What is that?
He's playing Eurobasket.
Eurobasket. What's that?
That's like we had a FIBA Americas. It's their thing for Europe.
Oh, got you. Okay, so that ain't got nothing to do with the EuroLeague.
No.
Oh, okay.
He played in the EuroLeague though.
Yeah.
They beat Mike.
He was a kid though when he played.
18. They beat
Mike played against him.
They ran Mike and them out the motherfucking playoffs. Mike was playing for Panathinaikos.
How was Luka then?
18.
Damn.
They beat Luka in the first game by 30. Luka's playing for Real Madrid. Nigga, 3-0 the biggest for the rest of the way. Won MVP, won the EuroLeague championship. Came over here, and the rest is history.
Wow.
But yeah, they playing in the Eurobasket, so it's like the Euro, like the FIBA Americas.
Yeah. I didn't know what that was. Luka.
Yeah.
Somebody posted a Luka looking slim. What's he on?
Luka do whatever he wants. Luka can be skinny, he can be fat. He don't give a fuck, bro. He's cold.
He's cold.
He's cold. He don't care, bro. He don't care. Yeah, so man, Mike them. So now they're in the French League playoffs.
Now they're in the French League playoffs?
Yeah.
How does
So
that work?
how EuroLeague goes, so EuroLeague are the top 18 teams in Europe. So
18?
18.
Okay.
Yep. So from, I think probably like 10, 11 countries. So, Greece, France, Turkey, all of them. So it's the top teams of those. And so that's the EuroLeague. So that's where they all come together and play that. But then they all play in their own country, domestic leagues. So Spain has their own, France,
Oh,
Greece,
so he's in
Turkey.
France.
So he plays in France.
Oh, so now it's their playoffs.
There, yep. So
they all play. It plays at the same time,
Yeah.
concurrently, I guess.
Yep. So once they were done Sunday, their first French League playoff game was yesterday.
So what in their league play? So what they're playing in the playoffs now? While they're going through that, does that help them get to the finals of that?
Two things don't have nothing to do with each other.
Oh, gotcha.
So EuroLeague they play during the week.
That's crazy.
EuroLeague they play 34 game regular season during the week. So they play on Thursday, Fridays, and then sometimes they got double weeks. They play their domestic leagues on Sundays. They play one game a week in that.
Yeah, that's trippy.
Yep. So he'll be back. Then the quarterfinals now, semifinals. They'll make the finals. They'll probably win that shit again.
He won last year.
Yep, they won last year. The year before they didn't, because it's 3 EuroLeague teams in France. So Paris, LVS Asvel. That's LVL. That's Tony Parker's team.
Okay.
Tony Parker owns that team, and then Monaco will Mike play.
Gotcha.
Because Andrew and them just lost, so he's on his way back. He's in Lithuania.
Oh, they lost.
And then they play. So Andrew's team plays in the Euro Cup. The Euro Cup is right under EuroLeague. So go EuroLeague, Euro Cup. Then it's the basketball, BCL, Basketball Championships League. Then it's like FIBA. So yeah.
So what's like Lil AD playing in?
No, AD just plays domestic. So
Just domestic. Oh, okay.
He plays just in the country.
Gotcha.
So he was in Greece.
Nice. Man, we got a spotlight of the week.
Yes. This week's Black Business Spotlight is Blends by Swin.
Oh my God.
Blends by Swin, man.
Oh,
Blends by
Swin,
Swin is a mobile bartender service that is owned by my guy Kendall Smith. Blends by Swins will bring you the most top-end, high-class spirits and beverages. He pulls up, he makes it happen. He brings his sangria, whatever you need. Kendall can make it happen. If you need him to bring the alcohol, or if you need him to show up and take care of the bartending for your events, you guys please go holler at my dude Swinadad James and Blends by Swin, one of the premier, and not even one of the premier black mobile bartending service here in Portland. Blends by Swin, my guy Kendall Smith. You guys go check it out. Blends by Swin is this week's Black Business Spotlight.
Shout out to my guy Swindo. Was that his all-white party? Was that him?
Yep.
Did you go?
No.
make it.
Sam ain't going.
Sam ain't going to no more. I know you ain't throwing no parties. You ain't going to it either?
I ain't want to go.
You ain't want to go.
I went to, the shit was popping. Shout out to him and Price. They made it happen. That shit was popping. I got a lot of calls about where you at. I was on the couch. And then they had a Sunday Fun Day day party up at Alberta Street, and that shit was booming.
Was it?
I didn't go till damn near around 10. And when I pulled up around 10, it was 217 niggas outside. I kept driving.
Kept going.
I kept driving, went to Swift. Texted niggas and said, let me know when it slow down.
Slow down. There's
And
too
then I
much
went back
going
up
on.
there. It was popping. So yeah, man, I'm not going nowhere.
Yeah, you got Trap Bingo coming up.
Trap Bingo this Sunday. Everybody, Trap Bingo this Sunday. Trap Bingo will be starting up for the summer. Every first and third Sunday at Alberta Street Pub. And the first one will be my 44th birthday celebration.
Oh, that's your birthday?
Yeah, my birthday is next Wednesday, man. My birthday the 4th.
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to celebrate my birthday because on Wednesday, I got my son and I will be in the house. So if you guys want to, come hang out. Trap Bingo where music meets bingo. It's a fantastic time, man. So you guys pull up this Sunday, 6 p.m., Alberta Street Pub, man.
So that's all you got left in you is Trap Bingo.
I'm going to do Trap Bingo.
If it ain't Trap Bingo,
I ain't
you at the
doing
house.
nothing. Mike just hit me today. He's like, hey man, we need to do it. I said, you need to do
You need
a
to
party.
do some
on-
party.
Talk about doing something 4th of July. The 4th of July is on a Friday this year. I said, yeah, you do.
Yeah, you need to.
And I ain't going.
Ain't going.
I have nothing. I don't
We
got
can help
in
put
me.
it together.
I'm gonna definitely, I
Yeah.
gotta do that. I'll do my part. Thank you, Manye. That's my guy, man. Big shout out to Manye Green, bro. When I was an 18-year-old kid, I moved to Tri-Cities, Washington, man. And I met, man, a group of dudes, man, that were from out there that took me under their wing, bro, and made my experience out there amazing, bro. So big shout out to my bro, Manye, man. They kept me out of trouble, got me in some trouble. You know what I'm saying? And to look back on that 26 years later, man. 26 years later to still be on this side of the ground and able to, say I love you, man. It's thing. But hey, y'all, it's been episode 10, bro.
Yes, sir.
It's been episode 10. Episode 10 of What I Think Was Seeznin, man, here at the GMP podcast studios. I want you guys to please come take advantage of what's happening here. There's some amazing opportunities, some workshops, there's some opportunities, some deals, and some specials for you guys to come do exactly what it is that I'm doing. We are here again with What I Think Was Seeznin every Thursday, 7 p.m. live. It's me, the Thorn City Podcast guy. Remember, you guys can check these out live streamed on Thorn City Spotlight on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. This has been What I Think Was Seeznin, episode 10. We did it again, man.
Did it again. Appreciate y'all tapping in on the tap in.
Tap in on the tap in, man.
One time.
Hallelujah, holla back. This one I can share.